Welcome back to Cotton Bay. Last episode, we added a medical center. Today, you can see we are adding a ton of residents off camera. We're going to get to some public transportation today, probably a fire headquarters, as well as a police headquarters. City services, we got to get them taken care of. In between episodes, I did start adding our next residential district, and you can kind of see the entire road network that we've laid down. Some of it's not finalized yet, but a decent amount of it is. See here, we do have some lower rent homes, as well as a new elementary school. Decided to throw it in there at an angle and do a unique little design, looking pretty good. And then just some basic residential to keep us going. I wanted to make sure we got rid of a lot of our warnings about employees. We still do have some issues with customers over here, not enough customers, which is down towards this area. So I don't know if we just need to make this area a little more dense to satisfy some of these businesses. But traffic started to become an issue, so public transportation is definitely on top of the mind right now, but also finishing up this little business district here is what we're really gonna focus on today. So a few buildings that I know I want to lay down. Let's go ahead and find our bus station. So we have this bus depot here. And then I think we'll unlock other things. Oh. Medium storage yard? Interesting. Okay, we're getting ahead of ourselves. So I just want to get some of these buildings put down so we can kind of see the size of them. So here we're going to have 25 vehicles. That's not bad. We could make, what, about half of the fleet, I think, electric. Enables the depot to send out electric buses. The type of buses operating on the line can be charged on each individual line's bus line panel. Changed. Extra garage that is not attached. Okay, good to know. Let's come in here to fire next. And yeah, we're scrolling up here. We do have the fire rescue towers or the watch towers. And I think I do want to put one out here at minimum. And just trying to look for a good spot that can get majority of it covered. And apparently that gave us another milestone. Some cool buildings unlocking here. But this is going to need electricity only, so I think we can go ahead and do one of our cables. And we'll run it underground from here. See any reason for that, but that should give us a nice little bit of coverage out here. Now, I believe we do have a fire station. Yeah, we do. Right here, we do have a little firehouse with 8 employees, no vehicles being used, so that's good. So that takes care of that. Yeah, some traffic issues. We're gonna get to it. So here we want to find, basically, what I'm looking for is something that is a little bit bigger than the ones that we were doing. And I think the northeast one might be what we go with, but we'll put that down for now. And then police headquarters is absolutely something that we're gonna need. And I think that is gonna actually officially live right there. And upgrades that we have for that, helicopter pad, which is kind of nice. But it looks like all of them but this one are on the building. What does this give us? More jail capacity. So it looks like you have, let's go into this tab and learn a little bit while we let the city be happy that these things exist. If we look over in police, we have 2 arrested, capacity 130, criminals in jail 30, prison availability, we have 32 prisoners sentenced, but 0 capacity. So let's let that sit for a little bit and we'll figure out the final layout of it. But I feel like one of the safest areas to put the prison, at least temporarily, I just want to get these buildings down so we know what's happening here. And we're burning through money. And I think for now we can put the prison out here. And this will hold up to what, like 500 prisoners? And we can extend it as well. Looks like a pretty freaking nice prison if you ask me. So why does that have water issues? Oh, because this isn't hooked up. Okay, so we can just grab that, connect it like so, and then electricity like so. So let's turn our attention back here. So we have the police headquarters, we have the bus depot, which absolutely costs a little bit of money, $34,000 to relocate. think I do want it to be on no, let's have it come out Robin. But we will have it off the road a little bit and potentially centered right here. I think that's good. And then let's get some smaller roads going here. Some alleys. So is this gonna work? Let's see. I mean, it just naturally fit like that. Let's make sure all these roads are actually connected here. Or how does that work? I think what we want to do... Nope, don't want to do that. Get rid of that node and connect like so. And we'll make this work. I think I want to, even though it's not going to look the best, just like wrap an alley around like that. Yeah, that's a good start. Let's go ahead and move this out since it will not live in this spot. Find a place for it in a minute. So before we beautify this, let's go ahead and figure out what we need to do next is go back into our buses or our road and NA bus stop. We have NA bus stop shelter. And then we also have a shelter with bicycle stands. Interesting. Okay. Integrated bus stop. I don't know what that means, but I think what I want to do is find some areas that seem like they would be super important. And I think like right outside, let's go on this side of the road though, right by the elementary school here, or the high school. And we could also come down here by the farmer's market. And we'll have a stop at each of those. And that high school one could share for the elementary school. And then down Main Street here, let's just find a couple spots on each side to put some of these. And we'll scatter them a little bit, even though that might not be realistic, but I think this will work. And then coming back up Main Street here and over to the other school, which is right here. We'll go on this side of the road. Oh, can't. Yes, we'll go on that side of the road there and get some of these filled in. And I think to start, we're going to do just one large bus route. So I think, what do we do? Do we start here? Or do we need a bus station next? So that was our depot. And then we need a station. Okay. So what is the small one? Gives us 3 buses. I think that's what we're going to start with. Put that there. And then I think I am going to use move it a little bit. Just bring this like so. And I think I want to kind of mimic that, even if we don't use them. Over here. Yeah, I think that looks pretty decent. All right, so now if we click on this, we have some upgrades, but now we should be able to go back into buses and click on our bus lines. And we can just start one from here. And what's the, you know, make a waypoint to force them to come out this way. And start heading down Main Street. And we could make an intelligent path here to get them to loop around correctly. And I think we will finish this line and have a specific one for the schools. Now, don't know if that's the best approach, but we'll go ahead and take one from here, do another waypoint here just to get it on the right path. And this one I want to kind of avoid the downtown trot as it works its way this way, or the Main Street, I should say. We'll go ahead and hit that line. We'll hit the farmer's market. We'll have it come up this way, hit the other school, and then it can come back in this route. And how do I complete? Complete. All right, so now we should see some buses starting to take off here. And let's go ahead and find some of these spots and see if we have people accumulating yet. Yeah, I do like these better. Now, it's a little close to the road. I don't know if I can grab and move or if I'm just putting multiples down. Oh, okay, so let's go ahead. Let's see how we can modify this line here. I want to grab this line and make sure it comes out this way. Yeah, because they're cutting through this alley. We don't want that. But it looks like this is gonna be our first bus out. And we have a little bus stop here. I do want to let's go ahead and upgrade that for them. Few individuals waiting as the bus is at the stoplight right now. We got 10 passengers. How many else? Yeah, just a total of 10. And another bus here gonna back up. So I think what we want to do is find the line tool that shows all of our lines like this. And we'll do, this one's gonna be schools. We'll naturally make that yellow. And this one's gonna be Main Street. It says 7 buses. I feel like that's excessive. We're gonna go pull this down to 3. And then on the other line, it said 5. So let's go ahead and pull that down to 2. Because these are just going to be, you know, picking people up, dropping them off. And eventually there will be a train station. I'm just not 100% sure where that is. And at that point, I think we'll do train station from here to there. But we'll want a bus stop at the train station to get people to the train station. And then they can go back and forth between town and the industrial area. All right, we did add an ore line as well for the buses, so we do have 3 different going. So we have the red one out here, which we also need to adjust that, the amount of buses. And I think this one, let's go to public transportation, and it has 8 buses. Yeah, we don't want that. Let's bring it down. This looks like 6 is the least. I think there's a mod that'll let us adjust that. I think the distance that one goes we'll be all right. Like, how many do we have? 17 out of 25. I think we're okay. Keep an eye on that. Now, one thing I was looking here is it is a bus stop here. So we do have some people gathering at that bus stop and at this bus stop as well. So I think, you know, with our mixed commercial industrial, we're going to add a little bit of commercial surrounding this and a little bit of detailing. So let's get it done. The bus is stuck. Now, I don't think I want to overdo it with vegetation. I think this is pretty good for the little entrance area here. Little zigzag pattern in the grass. See some of our vehicles in maintenance there, and a little grassy area back here as well to just kind of, I don't know, I think it looks great, guys. Commercial buildings came in pretty nice. Nice little parking lot over here. One thing I do want to do before we get too far, and I forget, is I want to update this road to match right here. Some changes I did off camera. We did some asymmetry to make that work there with the traffic issues we were having. So I do want to add the grass and trees around this whole section here. Uh-oh. Why are you like that? Let's move it off so it's not interfering, and we should be able to, yep, go back to what we're doing. Yeah, and that should close that loop pretty good. And then we'll come into our trees, and I believe we were using the hickory. Let's go look. No, that looks a little different. What tree is that? Oh, birch. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Not bad at all. Now, did I do the right zoning here? No, I didn't. I think that's okay. We probably wanted it, well, this one's facing the road. I think we'll live with it. Meant to do just straight commercial, and we did do the mixed use, which is fine. Almost gonna hit 20,000. We're getting pretty close there. Hospital's looking good. Money's looking great, and I think one of the things I forgot to show was I did go into 529 tiles and disabled, or I lowered the tile upkeep modifier to 0 because it's just not the way I want to play. We are going to move this again, and I think it's going to end up living in this little triangle, and we're going to dedicate this whole area to the police headquarters and see if we can fit this. That upgrade's there. I do want, what does this give us? More criminals. I think we'll be okay, but I do want to utilize move it here, and we're gonna back this up a little bit off the road. It's not liking that. I think with the style, yeah, I think I do like just, whoa, I didn't see what unlocked there. Clicking too fast. The Palmer Mansion, okay. But yeah, extending those paths I think looks good, and the roads. And what else to do over here? But now that we moved that, this would fit. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, I don't really care for that. All right, this one should be pretty quick to get all figured out here. Yeah, not sure about the circles. I wish they looked a little bit better from this. Oh, there you go. It looks just like, I guess it just took a while to render. And I do like the idea of this. Don't crash. Don't crash. It crashed. I look at Steam as it's crashing, and we have hit 100 hours playtime. Is that a reason for a crash? I don't know. Well, when you get an opportunity to redo things, I guess you just do that, huh? Let's go ahead and head on over here. I'm putting these 2 stops near the parking lots, and then we will add a route and utilize our 3rd bay over here. And we are just gonna go straight on over and hit a stop here, hit a stop there, and bring it back. So this will be the meeting spots, like so. And we are going to try to power through, getting caught up where we were. Is screaming just to be fenced off. So let's grab a fence here, and I think like something for a little bit more privacy. Maybe we hedge it, just kind of work this around here. Go up to right there, and then we'll stop and go from here to here. And same thing, we'll go from here. Oh, got to shut off some of the snapping. So there, in a little spot as well. That's good. I kind of do want just the open green space instead of just being filled with trees there. I think that's looking good. Yeah, this whole district right here, or section, it's looking pretty awesome. Last thing to do here is going to be our fire station. So let's grab move it. And it looks like this is the side the road needs to be on. I think we'll go about right there. Upgrades on this thing? Do we have any? The helicopter pad? Kind of cool. Does the hospital have that? Surprise. But I do think this one did have, didn't it? The police? Oh, we did all. We don't have any money. We gotta let some money come in. Run times 3 for a little bit here. I don't know if we'll hit 20,000. We're gonna force it though, I think, just to have it on this episode. We'll check that out in a little bit. We'll see how it goes. Let's see. Traffic over here didn't seem to get helped by the buses. But it is alive. Our city is alive. One thing that I found very fascinating was over here at the elementary school. Let's see if we can, yeah, we do get a little bit. Let's go ahead and slow that down to ×1 and just the mass amount of students. And we need to get buses over here to help them out as well. I don't know. Should we do that now? Just a massive, and then like picking one of these random kids and then seeing how far they're walking. This one's going all the way back here. Oh my goodness. Oh my, we're still scrolling. And there's their house. Boy. All the way at the end of the neighborhood. So yeah, let's go ahead and get a little bit of, let's get info view closed here. And let's go back to our bus station. Well, let's find where we want to put these bus routes here. So we definitely want one near the school. I think we'll place it, since they're walking right there, let's go ahead and place it there. And then this major, we'll split the difference here. We're gonna put one close here. And then we'll go every couple blocks down this like major road of the neighborhood here. And let it kind of circle its way back. And catch the backside of this neighborhood, potentially. Yeah, we'll put it right there. So now going to our routes, we'll start it up over here. We'll grab the inside one on this side. And we'll start at the school and then get to the middle here and just start working our way down and back. So number 3 should be ore, and we'll make that red. And then we'll do school 2. I don't know the names of these districts yet. We're gonna come up with it. And we'll make this one yellow as well. Okay, that should be all taken care of once they get some buses available to them. All right, so back to, man, traffic is a thing. What is going on here? Our town's just alive. Look at this full parking lot. I love it. The back of the hospital looking full. The front's not so much. This is like employee parking, and then we have guest parking or patient parking. Families visiting people. All right, how's money looking? It's climbing. 24,000 a month. It is climbing. Or an hour. Okay. So yeah, traffic issues. Interesting that we have traffic issues here. I don't want to hear the helicopter though. All right, what do we want to do here? I think we do want to put a little bit more. I don't think we have an office demand, but I think I do want to put just a couple little offices around here. And when those come in, they come in, but I think we're gonna have to just let the game play a little bit. See if we can get that to happen. If we can fit a small roundabout, we can. So let's do a small roundabout there. That should help with some of this flow. Now this direction, for the life of me, I don't understand what's causing it. It just seems like just capacity, like just a lot of people. We need to finish this beachfront area here. Yeah, offices aren't coming in. Maybe we'll try commercial instead here. Go to our low density businesses and give them a shot and get that to grow in. Let's go with another little section here populated, and I'll kind of show you what I've been doing to zone these. When it breaks like that, I've been kind of grabbing right there and just kind of making a new path and trying to do interior roads here At least give them 3 ways into the little block of houses. And then just like flat out just regular zoning it. And I think I will throw, just to mix up the houses a little bit, the beachfront ones, even though we're not by a beach. Just kind of mix it up from these ones a little bit. And hopefully this will be enough to push us over that 20,000 mark. Would be nice to hit that milestone today. Now, what would happen if we did another roundabout right here? It's a unique looking one, but I think it was well deserved. Yeah, that'll let that traffic flow much better. Over here, it seems to be fixing it. I do want to fix some of this parking though. Let's go ahead and I guess right here, we're just gonna do grass on both sides, not trees. Just really push this parking away from the houses and hopefully into the parking lots. We have some more right here we'd like to do, and I think I'm just gonna do wide sidewalks there. And right here as well. Yeah, and that's much better. We do got some scattering ants down here. Look at all these people. The bus stations are looking good over here. I did want to fly on over and see if we have people waiting at our stops here. We can locate them. Yeah, we got a couple takers. A little confused on how I get the info to show up when I click on these things now with some of the mods I've installed. I think we can. All right, so this is going to be ore. Let's go like that. And we could be able to hover 1 passenger, 6 out of 80, 10 out of 80, 6 out of 80. Not bad. Why don't we just go back? And then let's look at our Main Street one. 247 passengers on 12 stops. Line usage 103%. That's nice. Let's go ahead and give that a couple more vehicles. I don't know how many we have in capacity, but that's fine. And then, yeah, a back button here would be super nice. Schools 1, 32 passengers and ore 44. Nice. Okay, so it's doing its thing. Let's see how these businesses came in around here. Oh, what is this? A little gas station that people are walking to. That's hilarious. And then it looks like another little part. Oh, what is this? What do we got here? Another gas station. Okay, so I think we're gonna make these look like the same complex here. Let's go ahead and let it go ×1. We're getting close to those people. The 10,000 of them. Let's go with this. And this should just make it look like... maybe. We'll see what this looks like when we're done. Not a huge fan. I think we're just gonna get rid of that one. But I do like what we have going here. Can we get rid of that? All right. Got that Palmer Mansion again. Now in here, I think we could place down a couple of these like parks as just little hangout areas for people. Not that one. I think that looks good. Let's change the lighting a little bit here so we can see what we're doing a little bit better. Little gas stations or electrical charging stations popped up on these commercial ones. I mean, that's pretty sweet amenity, just chilling by your fire station or your police station. Absolutely loving this area. Try not to overdo the details too, because we are learning. We're just trying to vanillify everything. Boy, the city looks good at different times. Maybe I want time to not be paused anymore. Like, just change it to default and see what happens here. Turn on day-night visuals as well. Let the game catch up here. Trying to do a little bit better at looking at this town in different, you know, times of year and times of the day. I can't wait to evict the farms and get them their long-term home. We did hit 20,000. Pretty sweet. So with that on, we should be able to just at any time come in here. Yeah, we can just swap around. Perfect. Now let's take a look at it in fall. My favorite. Yeah, looking pretty clean. Not a bad looking district here. Yeah, and the height of this fire department ended up being perfect with some of these buildings. Still complaining about customers. That's insane. We'll get more people though. We'll get more. But I think that's what we're gonna do for the day. We're good. Yeah, that's like the only area. I think this will be like all, I don't know what we'll put there yet, but even look at the hedges changing colors. Lovely. Too bad the grass doesn't die. That would be sweet. Little new neighborhood that came in. Some pools, some nice colors. A little bit of terrain in here, but not too bad. I think it's looking pretty good. And this school's got to be packed. Yeah, it's looking pretty full. Let's see, in education, we still need more. We still need a lot more education. We need a high school out in this area, maybe another elementary school back here. But some of the future plans, we're going to evict this. This is going to be a big commercial section here. Maybe some commercial through here and mixed for some city services. But I want residential to kind of start right here back down to the water. And we're going to do some fishing soon. So much to get to. Just wanted to prioritize getting some of our services underway. Public transportation was definitely a big one. See, the road seems somewhat dead here all of a sudden. Don't know what caused that, but not complaining. Traffic looking okay. No kiddos leaving school right now. Just a handful. Oh, they're arriving. I mean, I'm sure this bus is getting used by a ton of them. I'm sure they came from there. Could check their stops. I mean, nobody waiting right now there. Got one kid. I think he was probably late for school. Shay was probably late. Missed the last bus. Wish you could do like actual like school buses. That would be cool. But I think that'll do it for today. What did we stick out here? Oh, the prison. That's right. We'll have to figure out a long-term solution for that, but whoa. All kinds of hearts going on right here. What does that mean? I don't know if I've noticed that before. Weird. Yeah, let's close by looking at the police and the prison situation. 11 sentenced, only 9 in prison. I don't know what they're waiting for those other 11. 1 arrested, 1 in jail. Things are looking good. Crime success rate 14%. Number of crimes per month 7. That seems pretty good. Average crime probability 2%. So I think we got that under control. As far as this goes, I don't really know how to evaluate this, but we are making, it looks like, oh, this is just numbers. This isn't money. I think we can look at that probably in here for services. Maybe not. Yeah, you can't go any farther in the service trade for positives. Interesting. Would love to see the breakdown there. Service fees and service trade. I guess transportation right now is losing money, so that tells us what's going on there. Okay. Losing money on transportation, but I think we can solve that eventually. All right, I think that was a nice long episode for you guys. Tiny little section detailed. We're moving a little bit slower. That's probably going to be the pace of the way I play this game. I do love doing just small sections and not focusing on a huge area. That's the way my brain works. Hope you guys are enjoying it. I'm Socksway Up. I'll catch you on the next one.